Indicators here. Looking at going long on CL here. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Bright green's your strongest upside data candle. Waiting for manipulation time to be over with. This is potential market maker manipulation time right here when the timer is red. So I'm going to wait for this timer to turn white, and I'm probably going to get into some longs here. Getting some nice retracement, which I like, and I'll explain why I'm looking to go long. But I need this timer to turn white, which it will in the next 10 seconds or so. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. You can see this huge candle up here, okay? So now that timer is done with, I think the market's going to show its hand, and we want to pay attention to this candle right here, okay? This candle right here. You still have upside data. The green candle says that you have upside data. All 5 traders, these are algorithms, but think of them as traders, all with a completely different style. They're all pretty bullish across 6 time frames. So we'll talk about that in a second. And we're back to bright green. I'm going to get into 2 contracts on here. Okay. 2 contracts. Okay. And this is a great example of how powerful these indicators are. All right. So actually, I'm going to get into one more. All right. All right. So we're in 3 contracts here. Okay. 3 contracts. Bright green candles. The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data, not to price and direction. Okay. I got this squidged up here, but hopefully you guys can see if you're watching on your phone. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. Hot pink is your strongest downside data candle. Let's see if we can find some hot pink from yesterday. Here, beautiful example. Boom, spot on. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. The Maverick AI Pro turns your candles into kind of like a heat map. I want you to think of it like a heat map. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. And if you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. That's how we remember it. These silly little rhymes, but it helps us remember it, right? Okay, so right now, what do we got? We got bright green candles. We're moving to the upside. Ooh, and an up confidence arrow. See this? Up confidence arrow. That's beautiful. Love seeing that. So why are we in this trade? We got a green background. The bulls are in control. Bright green candle. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. We got an A+ setup down here on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. What the Maverick Radar is doing is it's going through a bunch of our indicators and it's grading each one. And it's either saying, hey, you don't have a setup, you got a B setup, or you got an A+ setup according to these indicators, okay? So how powerful is that? How many times have you gotten into a trade, you get stopped out, you go back and you're like, what was I thinking? Well, let the Maverick Radar be your eyes. Let it confirm what you think you're seeing. Up here, all 5 traders, the Maverick Multi-X, think of these as traders, they're algorithms, but think of T1 through T5 as traders. And they're voting across 6 time frames. So instead of having 6 charts on your monitor and trying to look through everything, that drives me nuts. I can't do that. Maybe you're a better trader than me. I can't do that. Can't even process it. Can't read 6 charts and trade a 7th one. But what the Maverick Multi-X is doing is these algorithms, think of them as traders, they all have a completely different style, and they're voting every single tick across 6 time frames. Are they bearish or are they bullish? Or in other terms, are we going to go up or are we going to go down? So what we're doing here is and I talk about this in every video, we're stacking probability. That's what these tools allow you to do, stacking probability, right? If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it looks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Green background, the bulls are in control. Bright green candles, your strongest upside data candles. A+ setup on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar, that's grading a bunch of our indicators at a glance, okay? All 5 traders are voting bullish across 6 time frames. Golly, and you can change these time frames to whatever you want. You can actually add a 7th time frame. Okay, you can actually add a 7th time frame if you want to get crazy there. And then the Maverick trender down here, when this line is pegged to the top, it's showing massive strength and momentum. Green to the upside, red to the downside. So we call these flat tops. Okay, these are flat tops. So you can see this is a flat top, it moved down. This is a flat top, it flew up, right? Okay, another flat top, right? Flat top, came up, okay? Tiny flat top, you had a little pop there. Flat top here, came up. Okay, so you get the point, all right? So we're getting a little bit of retracement, no big deal. You're in 3 contracts, so that would be, approximately, I don't know, $75 a contract, okay? So the other thing that we have going for us is the Maverick zones. What it's doing is it's auto-drawing your support and resistance zones. Now, it's not just auto-drawing it wherever price was before. You know how people mark their zones? This is running a probability formula of where these zones should be, where these support, where's the highest probability of a zone being. And when price gets close to these, because see how this one's really thin and this one's way wider and stuff like that? It's because of the probability formula. When price gets close to it, it's giving you a probability score. It's giving you a probability score of price holding or breaking. Probability score, okay? So a lot of times price likes to move away from the stronger zone. Okay, so where's your stronger zone? Your stronger zone is down here. You got an 81 score versus a 53. Okay, a lot of times price is moving away from the stronger zone. Okay, anything less than 90% is game for breaking. Anything above 90% is like a brick wall. So if right here, if this said 92, let's say this said 92, I wouldn't be taking a trade into it because it's like this is the analogy I give you guys every day. This is like a 300-mile-an-hour sports car. When it hits a wall, it's either going to pancake and flatten out, or it's going to come up, it's going to hit that wall, and it's going to bounce right off, right? Okay. And we're running these formulas in the background to tell us what's the probability of that happening. Now, does it happen every time? Nope. This is a game of probabilities, but what we're doing is we're stacking probability. We're putting all of this together, right? Green background. The bulls are in control. Bright green candles. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. A+ setup on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. Maverick trenders pegged to the top. We told you that shows strength and momentum. And then all 5 traders are voting bullish across 6 time frames. I wouldn't go short here. This is not a place to go short, right? Okay, because all signs are pointing up, okay? Now, does that mean we're going to go up for the next 3 hours? No, but all signs are pointing to the upside, okay? Now, how far are we going to go up? I don't know. We take what the market gives us. You got a 77 score here and a 46 score here. A lot of times, not every time, a lot of times price likes to move away from the stronger zone. Okay, this is what clear vision looks like, folks. This to me is edge. Okay, your candle is like a heat map. Okay, your background telling you who's in control. You got an assistant down here grading the setup per a bunch of our indicators. Okay, this is like trading with 5 other traders, T1 through T5. Okay. So pretty awesome here. And so many of you guys are cooking with this stuff. Oh my gosh. Man, yesterday, a lot of smiles on our face. How many of you guys are like, I crushed it for my 5th day in a row. And so good. So cool. So cool. Nothing is cooler than a lot of you guys getting these tools, watching the tutorials, and then practicing with your new tools. Not just putting them all on your charts and going, okay, I'm just going to do this. No. Like actually practicing with them and getting better and better. It's just so stinking cool. Because the more you use them, the more you get used to them. All right, so look, you're in manipulation time, right? Potential market maker manipulation time. The timer is red. And look at this score, 91. This thing is like a brick wall. Where does price like to move away from? your stronger zone a lot of the times, okay? So listen, I'm going to leave my charts up here. We'll keep watching this thing. Ooh, got a confidence arrow. Love seeing that. That just lets me know, hey, you're probably moving in the right direction, the confidence arrow. So if you want some clear vision on your charts, if you want tools that can bring clarity to your charts like this, not financial advice, do your own research, never any guarantees in any market, right? We know that, okay? Come check us out, all right? MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.